Hey there! This is the second tutorial on basic animation for creating motion graphics. In the last tutorial, I showed the work of the proximity node, which creates a spherical field, and in this tutorial I want to touch on sequential animation, which is often encountered. I'll be using the factor field for this example. It's from the tutorial, the link will be in the description. A node works on an index, and to better understand how it works, it is better to look at examples from points. There are a number of points and you need to move them some distance, and factor fields passes a number from 0 to 1 for each point. The number of indexes should always be at least the number of clones. You can put the number higher, then the effect will be smoother. Now let's start creating the scene. I already have a model ready, so I'll just drag and drop it into GeoNode and get started. First, you need to create a grid. The grid needs to set the width of the phone. For this there is a getData node, which contains information about the size. And now all this needs to be cloned. And we use the same data for shifting. The basic setup is ready. Now I'll create the initial animation. You'll need a set position, a factor field, and a number of indexes. The starting animation setup is ready. To begin with, I would like the animation to be not so linear, so I want to set it to some randomness. There is a sort element node for this, because the field factor works on indexes and you need to set each clone to its own index, not a linear one. Connect the random to the sort elements. Everything is ready and now you need to move each instance to its distance. You can use a math node multiplied by random. But then each instance will be in a random place. This is not suitable for this example, so it is better to use the mix node and the factor will control the factor of this node. I want some of the phones to come from above, some from below. There is an easy way to do this. You just need to assign a value of 0 or 1 to each instance. This is done through the node of mathematics and the mode modulo. Therefore, the index connects to the mathematics node, modulo mode, value 2. Now you need to use the switch node. Everything works well, you can increase the grid length. The grid should stay in place. You can do this by simply duplicating the cloner and placing grid there, but for this example it is not so important. Now we need to smooth the animation. For this we will first increase the number of indices 2 or 3 times. Through the color ramp, you can set additional smoothing of animations. To check all this, let's set the animation keys. It remains to set the material and color for each instance. Each instance must be assigned an attribute and its own value. To do this, I will divide the index by the number of instances minus 1. This will give each instance its own value based on its index. but since the indices are mixed, the color will still be random. In order to better control the color, it was necessary to take the initial indexes. I already have the material, so I'll use it. Now let's take a look at the material. Here in the attributes you can see that I have assigned a value to each instance. And in the materials it looks like this. This is the color ramp where the attributes are served. An index with a null attribute gets that color, and an index with attribute 1 gets that color. Other instances receive colors based on their value. Now let's take a look at what my nodes are made of. I've added an align object to elevate the phones, and now I'll show you how it's all done. This is the align object. Bounty box, all of this is connected to size and set positions.